Last year, an estimated 4 million babies were born in the United States, and right here in New Mexico, 1 in 8 babies born too early or too small. With that comes life-threatening complications. But for 76 years now, the March of Dimes has fought to change that and inspire others to get involved. Here with us this morning is Beth Urea, March of Dimes Community Director, along with Ian Donmoyer, March of Dimes Volunteer Advocate. Guys, thank you for coming in. Appreciate you being here with us this morning. Very important stuff that you guys do with the March of Dimes. So can you share with our viewers a little bit about the work that New Mexico March of Dimes does for folks in need of your services?
Well, in New Mexico, we have a NICU family support specialist who is at one of the hospitals here and gives hands-on support to families who experience premature birth and children with birth defects. We also educate healthcare workers, and we are advocates.
Now, what causes a child to be born prematurely? Is it something that they're genetically predisposed to? Can it be complications? What causes this to happen?
We don't know.
We don't know.
And that's where the research of March of Dimes comes in.
Gotcha.
What we do recommend, we recommend that women get folic acid or B9 3 months prior to conceiving, and get good prenatal care, regular checkups, and that has shown to reduce the rate of prematurity.
Gotcha. You know, and that's something that we started very early on when my wife and I had our baby, is we knew we wanted to have a child, so we started prenatals very, very early on.
Right.
Sometimes all the best efforts can still, they receive problems. Another issue that I understand that you guys help with, and Ian, I know you can talk a little bit about this, is congenital heart defects. And what happens with that?
Well, when you're talking about birth defects, congenital heart defects are the most common birth defect. They occur in 1 out of every 100 babies born. And unfortunately, there's not a lot of information out there available to parents about it. And that was the case with my son James, who suffered from a very severe congenital heart defect. And it was never detected by his doctors, and he passed away when he was only 3 months old. But that's what's so great about the work that the March of Dimes has been doing. They recently lobbied for a piece of legislation that was just signed by Governor Martinez that makes pulse oximetry testing mandatory for all babies in New Mexico.
Really? Wow.
And it's a very simple, inexpensive test. It costs as much as a cup of coffee.
No kidding.
And it can detect these conditions. So, you know, when you're a new parent, there are things that you're not aware of.
So
this is a huge step forward now that test is going to be done, and that these conditions are going to be detected.
Now, I understand that you guys have an event coming up in May that folks can get involved with if they want to help shed light on this, raise funds. Tell us a little bit about what's happening on May 10th.
Well, the March for Babies is our largest fundraiser of the year. This year it's presented by Summit Electric Supply, and it's at Hoffmantown Church, 8 a.m. on May 10th, Saturday.
Okay.
And come out, bring your dogs, bring your kids. It's a great family event. Lots to do.
And it raises a lot of awareness for the March of Dimes.
Right.
And hopefully raises a lot of funds, because this work is so very important. And, you know, as a parent, I can't imagine what it's like. But I do appreciate you fighting for, you know, other families so they never have to go through this. And folks, if you are inspired to take part in this great event, for more information, head over to CASA.com, click on the CASA tab, the CASA Style tab, that is. Guys, thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.